how nonsense was it, how productive, and whether how nonsense or whether how productive, and whether, and rather how productive was today. Today was not productive at all. It went on steady, is useless, and throughout the whole session is compliance. Like these don't ask us to comply, it's throughout some kind of trip, it's compliance. So that's where their skills went, to predator against us, to push for to their self-glutiny. Like they're just factory churning, they're finding missions to do, and operating on some kind of squeeze against their hijacked corpses, and whether moderate level of, whether medium level of, then it becomes something. There's a userist, whether you also users manifest infestation. There's too many users. None of these can reinvent anything, and they don't really respect our way. They do something much worse. They do something pseudo-invent. At this rate, a lot of the females can possibly get prosecuted. I'm not some kind of unreasonable fellow, and I'm not someone who is going to surrender, and whether doing these silly moves, which are introduced by this unappreciative Nazis and the massive amount of probably also feminazis, not to coincide in reason. Sometimes I have to explain so much for which to understand. Our comrades would suddenly not understand. Oh, he repeated Nazis twice, therefore he doesn't know any other vocabulary. Pseudos after pseudo, and insists as if that's it. The pseudos are very, very much used, and they're absolutely polluted. I think I'm almost overly reasonable, like a lot of our guys probably have. They get shackled by reason, and then also there's a large amount of discipline. And for me to override that, and with the removal of external factors, it's almost mission impossible. Neither should I should do it, and neither I should try hard over on doing it. I might break certain parts while trying to climb this 5 staircase at once, while I have to juggling some chainsaw on fire. It's absolutely blood-ridden. Check out the desecration against nature. We go to every block, we cannot find friends. It's not like it's absolutely ridiculous, and the chicken out of some statesmen even calling them as people at this time. This is the changing era. No person supposed to want to secure citizenship at the future era to name any of these monstrous monolithic hatred as people. The case of the Gorians, they don't even control themselves properly. They've been passive, aggressive, actively war against us. We lost monarchs. We cannot just be our groups are discussing about reviving monarchs in indirect, comparative, and whether indirect ways of, and therefore it becomes it's satisfied. Nope. We need even more success upon that. Right? Sometimes there's this. A person needs more than simply thoughts or excellent thoughts. Although good logic tends to assist, he needs this fantastic and beautiful, whether this reflex, so he can recall those instances and instantly recharge and does something different. But at the same time, he was frozen in state. For example, we cannot. For example, if a feminazi forces us to do some certain task, we sort of, when we freeze there, it's already compliance. They're not even supposed to be here. When the terrorists, they don't kill our guys, they simply slap our guys. That's too much. Right? Neither should the standard shift even more. And neither should the standard accommodate, or whether less the standard shift to accommodate whether for those whether Desu and Desan for, and whether recent Desan for those mass cancers, whether recent cancers to probable of whether the probable of which whether first of whether it's probable of whether it's probable of probable took suitable of whether recent, and also whether and to whether the probable of the suitable of the probable of also to could be, and whether minor rather, and whether the probable of the could be of recent there minor rather sort of include the whether include being a decoration, and whether decorative, whether decoration the probable to could be of. We're supposed to be performing so to a high level. A lot of the high level requires expenses. We should be amongst our guys, and whether reasons there, whether reason there, amongst our guys, to accept sort of comparative low performances also. There's certainly this splashover from modernity to where whether there's considerable amount at most sectors from this. Unless someone is extraordinary, he's been holding it on, and whether amongst other description there are reason of, and whether reason there, and whether recent and probable for also suitable for whether recent and both to prefer their recent whether recent and probable to also to give from whether it's probable to also suitable. Recent for slightly minor extra meshing or minor repetition, whether minor repeat to probable for the could be. There's certainly extensive amount of splash over and whether splash from the modernity to where this custom not going to be is currently not treated as such, and it may take a while before it becomes such. Whether it becomes considerable of whether as a standard, or and whether region and as more of a standard.